Okay, I'm going to do a quick demo of how the rotator algorithm on the Noodler works. I have my keyboard set to channel 1, and in the menu, I have the keyboard transpose channel set to 1 all. So the keyboard transpose is how I'm going to input my notes into the rotator algorithm. This is default 16. It gets sent out on channel 1 as well. So I set it to 1 because I'm over here, I'm listening on channel 1 in Ableton to the Noodler on my synth here. So here's what that's going to sound. There's my synth playing. I'm going to go back out of the menu here from the main page. I'm going to hold down Shift Menu, and then I'm going to press Encoder 2. And that's going to take me into this menu for the rotator algorithm. And when you first come here, it's going to say off right there. To turn it on, you're going to hold Shift and press Encoder 2. Now, what this tells us here is that the parameters for the rotator algorithm are controlled with the first 5 steps of pattern 40 in the pattern editor. So we're going to go over to the pattern editor and edit those steps. And then below it explains, scale value explanation is that 20 equals 0 semitones. So if all the values are 20, then it's always going to play the same note. A 15 is equal to minus 5 semitones, and a 27 is plus 7 semitones. And I'm going to clarify that this is going to play in whatever the scale the noodler's in. So it's actually 7 quantizer or scale values. So it's going to go up 7 scale values instead of 7 semitones. Okay, so I'm getting over to the pattern editor. We're just going to press the button that says pattern editor next to it while we're in the shift menu. And then if we need to go back, we just press the encoder 2 to go back to this menu, but we're not doing that right now. There is the pattern editor. And so I've already got it loaded, but when you start out, it should probably be on pattern 1, perhaps, something like that. So we're going to just take the top left encoder, encoder 1, and scroll all the way over until we get to pattern 40. And then pattern 40 already has some values. We're going to make the first one, set that value to 20. And I'm actually just going to go across and set them all to 20 for a second. And then we'll work through that together to understand how this works. Sorry about my hand getting in the way. It's just I'm not left-handed and I'm having to do this with my right hand. There we go. Okay, so everything's set to 20. So when I press this key, it's only playing the note that I'm playing. And so all those values are 20. So there's 0 semitones up or down from this note. So there's a C. It's playing the C. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and the first value in this highlighted yellow there is the parallel note. So what that means is it's going to play this note every time. In addition to the note I play, it'll play whatever this is. So if we set this to a perfect fifth, then it will play fifths every time we play. So I'm going to set that to a perfect fifth, which I made some notes over here. 24 is a perfect fifth in the same octave. So we'll just set that first value to 24. And now we're going to hear fifths. So every time I play a note, it's going to play that note and the fifth of that note. And it's going to play also the 0 semitone. I'll explain that part in just a second. But right now, it's playing 3 notes, but 2 of them are the root note, or whatever the note that I'm playing is. So the third one is the parallel note. So it'll play the root note, whatever the key that I press, the parallel note, and then it's going to rotate through the 4 other values. So let's go ahead and set those to something other than 0 semitones different. And so let's set this one to 17, and that's going to be a fifth below, an octave below. And then let's set this one to 27. And then the next one we're going to set to, let's set this one to, I thought I had a bunch of numbers here, but I'm a short one. No, let's see, that's right, 20. Well, let's just keep one at 20. No, I don't know what note we're going to play. We're going to put 13. We'll see what that sounds like. And then the last one's going to be 27. Actually, I think we'll make it, that one's 27, we'll make that one 30. All right, so 30 is a fourth an octave above. 27 is 1 octave above the note we play. 13 is 29. Is an octave below, and the 24 is a fifth an octave above, or in the same octave. So what I'm gonna take this back to the beginning here. Every time we play a C, it's gonna play a C and the fifth, which is gonna be a G, and then it's gonna rotate through playing a fourth an octave above, an octave above, an octave below, and a fifth an octave below. So we're going to hear that when I play this. So there's a pattern of 4 harmonizations that are happening with every note. If I play 2 notes and I play the 1 and the 5, it's going to do the same thing for both of those. It's going to end up playing 6 notes each time. So we'll do this down here. Now, because we're playing with the transpose, it's only going to listen to the white key. So anything I play on a black key will just get transposed up or down to the nearest note in the scale. So that's the gist of the rotator algorithm. It plays 3 notes with every note. It'll play the note you select, the parallel note, which is the first one in that list, the one that's highlighted yellow, and then it's going to rotate through. Every single time I press, it will advance the cue and play the next one. So it'll first play this and whatever the first note is and this one, and then it's also going to play this one. And the next time I play it, it'll play this first one and this one, and then the next time I press it, it'll play this one, and this one, and then this one, and this one. So it just rotates through each of those selections, and the way that you set those is with this pattern editor. And then if I wanted to save this value, I can just go ahead and hit Shift, and then encoder number 5, the pattern editor button, and it'll say save 40. And so now if we change and go back, our values will still be there. Now, if I go back over to here, I can turn this off by hitting Shift and encoder 2. And now we're back to just playing notes.